Warning. This video may contain graphic language, graphic violence, gross cartoon penises, and a whole lot of Pimpy the pimp-ass pimp showing motherfuckers what's up. Viewer discretion is advised.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, you guys, I get dozens of these videos of people talking about Giss Sarah. Most of the time, I just ignore them. Every now and then, somebody will send me one, and as I watch it, I go, you can't just not say something. Sure, I guess I could technically. Now, I know Nick. Nick's a nice guy. We've done interviews together before, back in the day. So he's out there hustling and grinding. But this other guy next to him, what do they call him? Dave the XRP Lion? Yeah, Lion is right, but he misspelled it. It should be Lying. It's just ridiculous the shit this guy's claiming. When people get into YouTube, they learn real quick, like, what are the key phrases to say? What are the things that people like? When you say stuff like the white hats, or Trump is in charge, or the deep state, and God's talking to you, and all that kind of stuff like that. You learn real quick when you mention certain things. It catches the attention of a lot of hopeful people. This guy here covers all of them. Med beds, Giss Sarah, talking to God. And there's a whole new wave of YouTubers that have come out talking about Giss Sarah. But they learn real quick what all the key phrases are, the things that will grab people's attention, what to talk about. Now, I did Giss Sarah videos, but the difference between me and them was I went through trying to prove what I could. That's a huge difference in what these people are doing. They're just flat out lying to you. So we're going to watch this video, and I'm just going to respond to what it is I'm seeing. And pay attention to the crap this guy's talking about, all right? Before we get started, if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, or any other precious metals for that matter, head on over to our friends at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. When you purchase over there at Money Metals Exchange, you will now be automatically entered into a chance to get free giveaways. This month, you'll be automatically registered to be one of 3 people who will receive 10 ounces. That's 10 silver eagles each. So head on over to Money Metals, make your purchase, and automatically enter to win. For those of you who are unaware, I do have my own webpage. I can be found at Pimpy's News Network. Over here, I do post videos that I can't post on YouTube without getting in trouble. I also have my own Facebook group called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. So come on over here and join us. It's free to do so. I can also be found over here on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, Odyssey, and now I'm on Rumble. For whatever reasons, my videos are not showing up on my channel yet, but I can be found just by going to the search button and typing in Pimpy's Investment Chat. And my videos will pop up for you to check out. If I get kicked off YouTube or I get suspended on YouTube, you can find me on any other one of these social media platforms. All right, so let's get going. Like I said, I don't have a problem with Nick. He's a nice guy. He's come a long ways, though. His videos are pretty fancy. And what Nick is doing, he's just setting up these guys on his channels. They're doing the interviews. He's going along with them. But these guys over here, like this Dave is Lying guy. Okay, so we're going to get started here and just watch this video. And I'm just going to comment on it from time to time. Just because the stuff he's saying is just outrageous. And like I said, he's learned what all the code words are and all the subjects to talk about. And, so on and so on. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Hello and welcome. Today we've got Dave XRP Lion. And today we are going to be talking about how the QFS is about to explode.
Yes, I know. Nobody out there, not a single person, has proven that the QFS system is real. There's only been one YouTuber out there who's gotten close to it, and that's me. Nobody else out there has proven that the QFS system is legit. They have no receipts. They have nothing whatsoever. This is the other guy that's talking about XRP is worth $500,000. See this little map thing he's got behind him? It's ridiculous, and I think he explains it, but let's get into this.
Before we begin, you can subscribe to my Rumble channel, nvtvnews.com, and to nicholasfeniamin.com for my free email updates. Dave, thank you for joining me, sir. How are you, and what have you been up to?
Well, thank you so much, Nick. This has probably been the highlight of my week right now. And that says a lot because everything that I'm doing right now is with regards to making sure we're getting out information for your viewers and those people that are in the digital asset space as to what's happening with the economy as well as XRP.
Now, we know the Federal Reserve is going bust. The deep state's losing. So you're saying, we were, just before we hit the record button, you're saying that
The deep state is losing. There are times I wake up in the morning and I say, you know what? No, they're not. And there are other days when I wake up and I go, maybe they are. But it's not just a matter of, well, Trump and the White Hats got everything under control. The deep state has been wiped out. That's all bullshit.
in 3 days, something's about to happen. You said something about the 12th of March.
Well, we're going to leave that for the end. But,
Okay.
But what I'm basically saying is the Lord pointed out 12 midnight. Now, when he points...
Look, every time I hear people out there swearing up and down that they talk to God, it's nerve-wracking. But at the same time, it's not really up to me to judge because of my own experience and the own relationship that I have with God and Jesus. I've spoken to them my whole entire life, but it's taken me years and years and years to even talk about it. So if this person is swearing up and down that they're talking to God, who might have judged them, when I hear somebody like this guy explaining the conversation that God and him had, or what God has shown him, it makes it really hard for me to bite my tongue because it's just bullshit. The conversations and relations that people have, it's about life lessons. It's your own personal relationship that you have with both God and Jesus. So some of the things I've learned throughout my life is not for other people. So a lot of times people always ask me, what do you, God or Jesus, talk about? I can share with you some things, but the truth of the matter is the things that I'm showing and taught are for me personally. It's for my growth, my spiritual growth. And just like every one of you out there should start your own relationship with God and Jesus and talking to him every day, eventually what happens is you start getting lessons like I do. But like I said, you might learn something that's different than the way I learned it. It all has its purpose, but it's for you and you only. But that's why I don't get into it too much, but let's get into this.
You probably want to go back and look at that one. I don't have it up on my screen right now, but if anybody knows anything about gematria, it's just spiritual geometry. And it's how God can lead you into information that is hidden in the Word.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
No, please. I interrupted.
No, I was going to say is that's been the whole process since I began back in April of 2003 or 2021. It's just leaning in and getting that revelation, that word, and it's living, it's alive. And here we are, and he says 12 midnight. Well, what's been one of the greatest things that has been posted? When the clock strikes 12. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, we can look at it as a clock, but we can also look at it potentially as a date.
So was he trying to say that God is vague in his answer? And you can look at it maybe as a clock, or you can look at it as a date, because, when God gives you a message, he wants to make absolutely sure that you're confused as hell about what it is he's telling you. You believe that? Do you actually believe when God talks to this guy, gives him his message, he tells him, well, then it's going to be 12, and maybe God's talking about that it's 1 and 2, it's 3, it's the Trinity, or maybe that it could be a clock or it could be a date? No, that's not how it works. You're trying to tell me that God is vague in his message? God is confusing in his message? No, there's no confusion about what God wants.
What happens at 12:000 with 1 second? Now it's the 13th. And how many times does 13 pop up? 13, 17, 9, 7. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of correlations, and a lot of the posts that I've done in the last 2 weeks are identifying this range of time. Now, we're not saying it's the event, the big one, but it tells us things are happening. And I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, and during the Super Bowl, we had the largest collection of evil removed. And Donald Trump has said, Arizona is the last stop, meaning they've secured the rest of the world. They've taken care of the United States. They have everybody picked up and eliminated. And I use the word eliminated because they have been eliminated.
How many times are they going to kill these people? I can't tell you how many times Hillary, the Queen, Obama, Pence have all been killed off over and over again. No, Donald Trump hasn't executed anybody. No, nobody's been to Gitmo. No, there's not a bunch of damn clones running around, although I do question some of them. But this is the story that they run with, and people believe this, man. But like I said, this guy in one show is hitting all of the subject matters. All of them. God talks to him. Trump and White Hats are in charge. The bad people have been executed or removed. If that's the case, then what the hell's going on? Why are the people that you said are executed, why do we still see them? Are you going to try to tell me again it's clones? And then I say to you, then why replace them with clones that have the same behavior, that have the same mannerisms? It's for the whole world to see. Nope. We're waiting for it to play out. Nope. Stop. If you had clones in these people and you actually controlled them, then make them come out and do good things, not continue to do bad things. That doesn't make no sense.
There's no evil goes into the new economy, Nick. None. Period.
I hope.
We can't bring a bad apple in.
Absolutely. So I spoke to somebody who's into cryptos, and he's actually a banker, and he says to me, I says to him, why is the deep state using the dollar to manipulate all the cryptocurrencies right now to, for it to go down? Because my speculation is that they want to scare people to get rid of all their cryptos, take all their fiat currency out of it, so that they don't have any cryptos, because they don't want people to be part of the next bull run for the cryptos.
Yeah, there's something there with what Nick's saying. There's a couple things. First of all, once I noticed that J.P. Morgan and Chase Bank and a couple of other bankers started selling, derivatives into cryptocurrencies, then I knew there was going to be problems. They can manipulate it all they want. Also, I told everybody, look, don't be surprised if Bitcoin isn't getting knocked down around $20,000. And that's exactly what happened. Not only are they manipulating gold and silver, but now they manipulate cryptos as well. And until something's done with the people that are manipulating these markets, they're going to continue to do so. But as far as cryptos are concerned, if they're going to compete with the central bank digital currency, they're going to do all they can to corrupt the system, outlaw the system, scare people out of the system, just so they stop using cryptos.
There won't be a bull run for crypto.
Explain, what do you mean by that?
The entire system is shutting down.
Okay.
And it's going to burn to the ground.
Now this person says to me, oh, it's because the deep state, they want to buy the cryptos cheap. What do you think about that?
Deep state's gone. Deep state's gone.
That's right.
The cabal has been eliminated. They were rounded up. Every single three-letter agency around the world is under Trump and military control. White hat and military control.
Oh, yeah, Trump and White Hats. Come on, dude. Seriously? That's why I call him Dave XRP Lion.
And that's been going on since 2018.
So you're saying that the deep state have been eliminated back in around
Correct.
2018. So you're saying Trump went in.
That's when they started. Yep.
Trump went
go ahead.
in.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Trump went in, and then the first thing he did was worked 1 year really hard, eliminate the deep state.
Well, they set the traps. And if you know anything about taking out the mafia or, anything like that,
Well, you don't know anything about taking out the mafia, so what about it?
cartels, you can't do it overnight. You have to input people into the program and then allow them to gather intel. Well, they also, with the executive order that he signed in 2018, a lot of people have forgotten that was the door that gave him permission to do whatever needed to be done.
Can you explain in detail what was it that he signed in 2018? It's vague, it's general. Remember that fortune teller lady, Cleo? Come to me and I would tell you. She'd go, oh, yes, I see you're having trouble with your relationship. Oh, no, me and my boyfriend get along. Not that relationship. Me and my dad get along. No, not that one. Oh yeah, my mother. Yes, that's the one. It's vague on purpose.
But surely we're still seeing remnants of wars and deep state minions running around.
That's what's left. That's all
What's
that's
left,
left.
yeah.
Are just
Wait, didn't he just say that they were wiped out? All of them removed. There's no more evil left.
a few minions, but they've secured all the nuclear devices. They've taken care of anything that would cause harm.
Really, there's people over in Ukraine and Russia that are dying right now. What happened to those items?
Center is the last stop to pick up the fringe. I don't know if you know about that.
No, I don't know anything about that.
In 2018, a lot of people have forgotten that. That was the door that gave him permission to do whatever needed to be done.
So Trump signed an executive order giving him additional power. If it was that simple, do you understand how bad it would be here in the United States right now?
But surely we're still seeing remnants of wars and deep state minions running around.
That's what's left. That's all that's left. Are just a few minions, but they've secured all the nuclear devices. They've taken care of anything that would cause harm. And the Redemption Center is the last stop to pick up the fringe. I don't know if you know about that.
No, I don't know anything about that.
No, me neither.
Excuse me. The Redemption Center, and this came out on the interview with Charlie. I listed all of the steps for the Redemption Center.
You list all the steps?
Excuse me. I'm a little out of breath. I've been running, trying to catch up for today. The whole purpose of the Redemption Center isn't to get you your Nasara money or your Giss Sarah money. It's to find out who has the good and pure heart so they can proceed through the process.
What the fuck are you talking about? Good Lord. So, wait, I thought the redemption centers were the place you were supposed to go to exchange your Iraqi dinar or your Vietnam dong or your Zim dollars. And then they turned around and said that's where you would go to get your Giss Sarah payment. What happened to that? Now it's where you go to find out if you're pure at heart?
Imagine two doors, just to keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go into that initial room for your interview, and you're going to be scanned. Your heart's going to be scanned, and they have technology to do that. And for the most part, they already know who's good and who's not.
How do you know?
It's coming from the highest sources in Space Force and the Alliance.
Oh, Space Force is in here too?
So when a person goes in, go ahead.
How do you have that contact from Space Force?
Through some people that I'm doing work with right now. So I'm kind of doing the forensic side of figuring out what pricing should be. And then there's others that have the contacts with regards to how things are progressing.
So this is another YouTuber who claims to be actively involved with the Trump administration or the QFS side of things, or, this is what they're doing on the down under. That's why they got all these special contacts. They got intel. Well, intel is short for intelligence, and none of these people have any intel at all.
When the companies have gone bankrupt, SCOTUS has already determined that the IRS has been abolished.
Yeah.
It just hasn't been publicly announced yet.
Oh. So the evil has been removed, but no, wait, there's some remnants. The redemption centers are not for the Iraqi dinar, the Zim dollar, nor the Vietnam dong, but instead it's for an interview where they check the purity of your heart using technology that comes from Space Force. And this guy here works on the forensic side of what's going on.
Why are we still paying taxes?
Well, we're not.
No, but I am.
Yeah, I am too.
What, like in the United States, March 15th is the deadline for corporate and entity tax returns, or you just file an extension. Well, 99% of them go on extension because there's no money due. April 15th is when you have to pony up the money. And based upon what I'm seeing and everything else, we won't even get to April 15th. Why pay in taxes just to have it refunded back to you?
Here's the thing that gets me. How many people did not pay their taxes because of this fucking idiot? You know what I mean? This makes him liable. Seriously. If he's saying what he's saying and people believe him and they go, wow, nobody has to pay taxes anymore. And he's telling me that when April 15th comes around, there's no reason to pay my taxes because of the whatever it is that's coming around. And there are people out there that'll believe him. This is why I respond to these types of videos, because these people are dangerous. They are. They are damaging and ruining people's lives with the freaking stupid things that they are saying. Yes, you still goddamn taxes. I wish we didn't, but we do. No, Trump and the White Hats are not in charge. No, the evil has not been removed. The evil is being a lot more aggressive.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
And we're going to go back to the Hebrew calendar. April 1st will be the first day of our new year.
Really?
So
I
you
missed
can
that
see how
celebration.
we're coming up against this window of time. And it's so important because why?
How many of you celebrated the New Year on April 1st? Any of you? Any of you out there with countries all around the world popping champagne and bubbly and celebrating and dancing the night away on the New Year? April 15th has passed, and guess what? People are still paying taxes. Is there any Nasera Jacera? Most likely in the next interview, it's going to be, well, I got some super stupid excuse I'm going to give to you right now why all the things I've been predicting still haven't happened. We just kicked the can down the road a little bit more.
We can't have all this stuff bleeding over into the new year.
Well, it's bleeding.
Because we're going back to a pure economy.
Pure economy.
That
We've
runs on
never
love.
had a pure economy.
That's the foundation of heaven. It's love. That's the language of love. It's heaven.
What? It's love. It's the language of love. It's heaven. You can tell when somebody's full of crap because as they go through and explaining things, there's no confidence in what they're saying. They stutter and putter along is what it is. Just get it out. If he was really working on the forensic side of things, he should be able to speak fluently about what it is he's doing. But he's just puttering along throughout this whole interview. And Nick has that face of just kill me, please kill me, get this over with.
Heaven is here
Huh?
on earth now. And the Lord proclaimed that back in 2021 in October when Ripple, actually it happened right after Ripple canceled the settlement with DSEC.
Here we go again. It hasn't been settled. It's not settled at all. XRP is part of the New World Order. They've said it themselves. Brad Garringhouse has said it. They took part in designing the central bank digital currency. XLM and XRP both offer the CBDC now off their platform. And what do we say about the CBDC? That's bad. It's evil. You don't want it. But these guys continue to promote it. If you buy XRP or any of the cryptos that contribute to the design of the central bank digital currency, then it's your fault for funding these people. Because if everybody sold their XLM, their XRP, and all the other cryptos that go along with designing the central bank digital currency, you can bankrupt them. It would hurt them. But this guy's promoting it. It's terrible.
Of course, that's all smoke and mirrors.
Oh, is that
But
right?
like I was saying, these deep undercover operations have been taking place. And as they've exposed people, they've given them the opportunity.
So if they're so deep undercover, then how do you know about them?
You're either going to go to Gitmo and you're going to be gone, or you're going to give up everything that you've made and you're now going to work with us to uncover more bad stuff.
I thought he said the bad people were already eliminated. So now he's saying we catch bad people and make them flip on their other bad people? What other bad people? If you eliminated them, then why are you flipping the bad people? Just throwing that out there.
That's what Bitcoin is all about. That's what Ethereum is all about. Catching the bad guys. It's
What's
not
the
about,
bad
hey,
guys?
this is the coin for the future. No, those are all going to go to zero. They serve no purpose. And that's coming right from somebody in the alliance.
Oh, straight from somebody in the line. Somebody that you don't need to know who they are. Somebody that you can't contact to verify. As usual, the contacts are their special handshake, decoder ring wearing, pulling a wand out of my ass with unicorn pixie dust that they want to sprinkle on people.
Yes, Bitcoin was used for bad, but it doesn't mean that Bitcoin technology itself is bad. It's just the technology. So what if the white hats?
The crypto nor the blockchain are bad, evil. It's the people that use it. It's different.
Cleaned out Bitcoin. Bitcoin can be used for good now, and we want to use Bitcoin. They could still implement Bitcoin. No?
Well, no, and I'll tell you why. It doesn't operate on the QFS. And everything is going to operate off-world through Starlink. And the technology that we have, which is the XRPL, is ancient technology that was given to us. It was created out of time and given to us in time to use it.
This guy's off his effing rocker, man. I mean, he's a true wackadoodle.
188 million years old. It can't be hacked. Every single banking transaction since banking began is now on the QFS. Every single coin that's ever been distributed has a blockchain number on the XRPL. So no coins ever leave it. They just maneuver to a different folder or a different layer within the quantum financial system, even to the point where we won't need Bitcoin because we have PolySign. PolySign is the vault where people will put their XRP. Well, let me back up. In the buyback, PolySign will be part of the liquidating process to hold everybody's XRP until the deal is consummated.
These guys tell everybody that they're part of this movement that's going to end the deep state, that's going to stop them. But then they keep encouraging their followers to buy XRP. Well, this is Ripple. This is XRP. Central bank digital currency. Secure blockchain innovation for a sustainable economy. Manage the full CBDC life cycle. Ripple offers a complete platform for minting, managing, transacting, and destroying the central bank digital currency. So you want to talk about deep state? It gets no deeper than this. They are involved with the central bank digital currency. And when you mention that to them, you know what they're going to say? No, Trump and the White Hats took it over a long time ago. God. They're going to sucker you people right into doing the wrong thing. You are financially helping these cryptocurrencies continue to develop the central bank digital currency, the very system that's going to enslave every man, woman, and child on this freaking planet. And that's not being hyperbolic. That's realistic. But you got these idiots out there saying this crap, and it's wrong. It's freaking wrong.
Then what's going to happen? All of our money is going to go up onto the quantum financial system, and that's where it will reside. And so it won't be here in a earthly bound network system. It'll be running on a quantum financial system. And what do we know about quantum? Fifth dimension, multidimensional, unhackable. It doesn't even have a service provider, Nick.
Is that what it is? So no other quantum system can exist unless it's up in the sky, up in heaven? Is that what it is? No other quantum system? Because I was just going over this paperwork here. IMF working papers, the quantum computing and the financial system. Uh-oh. This is the QCFS system. The quantum financial computing system. Spooky action at a distance. So what the hell is this guy talking about? He's a freaking idiot, man.
So that's part of the redemption center. We go in there, we're going to activate our quantum access card. And it's going to show all the money that we've been given back through Giss Sarah. And we're going to be able to exchange our currency at that point. We'll present our dinar, we'll present our dong, we'll present our zim, and there's a process to ask for the rate. And then that value will be added onto the quantum access card before we actually attach our biometric to it, which is our vibration. And that card will only work for you. Nobody else can use it. So you could drop it on the ground and your identity can't be hacked. Nobody can get to your money. But the majority of the money is going to sit up on the quantum financial system, which in essence is part of the XRPL.
So a money that you will use, you will not physically have. You'll access it with a card that gives you access to this banking system or quantum system that's up in the sky. You'll never have cash down here. Well, that sounds a lot like the central bank digital currency, doesn't it? If I didn't know any better, I'd start to question this guy. He keeps telling you about the so-called deep state, but pushing you into deep state items. You really got to question people like this. Anybody that's telling you to go to XRP to buy it, they are pushing you into the deep state central bank digital currency. And when you tell them that, they go, no, the good guys are in charge. They're lying to you. This guy's going to make up these stories about the quantum financial system, the med beds, Trump's in charge. Let me tell you something when it comes to this whole 17th letter movement. As it went along, I supported the principles behind it. I did. But as time went along, it was bothering the hell out of me. It reminded me of something, and it took me a little while to remember. Operation Trust. So Operation Trust was done by Lenin during his time warring with Bolshevik. So they derived this plan in which they would tell them that the good guys were in charge. No matter what the news says, the good guys are in charge. But they also started identifying themselves as part of this movement. So in their days, they had another version of where we go one, we go all, and walk around with your QAnon hats and all that stuff. They did a lot of things similar, but it wasn't QAnon. It was Operation Trust. But Lenin, during his time, and his people kept pushing out a message telling them, no, don't believe the media. The media is lying to you. The white hats are in charge. What do you think is happening now? Same thing. They push you towards the CBDC, which will enslave you. But they claim Trump and the white hats are in charge. Remember? And that these med beds are coming and all this other stuff. And people believe it. And that's a big reason why Lenin was able to get into power with Russia. That same system is being used still today. It's being used around the world. You can tell by all the people running around with Q signs. I get it. I understand that they're very supportive of this movement. So was I. But I paid attention with very, very skeptical eyes. But the kicker was when Lin Wood came out and played a recording of Michael Flynn, and he stated that he felt the whole 17-letter movement was a CIA psyop. This is a man who would know. That only pissed me off more, because if he knew that, then why is he encouraging people to continue following the movement instead of discouraging them? Because Flynn, like everybody else, like this guy here, they learned they can make a lot of money just by lying to people. And that's exactly what they did.
Because every transaction will go through XRP, period. There was no other coin that was designed and created to be the connection or the pipe at the end of the day. Now, XLM, it'll operate all the retail and all the day-to-day activity just like it was created to do. But at the end of the day, it has to push all of that through.
XRP was supposed to be the banking and finance side of things. That's where they were going to do their transactions. XLM was for the people to use to do normal business things like buy stuff at the store, buy stuff that you like. That's what it was supposed to be. XLM for the people, XRP for the banking and financial institutions.
And really interesting is I just released my white paper to the evaluation committee with Jimmy Valley. And one of the things I point out is people haven't begun to even imagine what quantum means. And to give you an idea, XRP does 1,500 transactions per second. That's why it's a 36-cent coin. The moment it goes on to the quantum, it's now it can do 100 quadrillion transactions per second at the speed of light.
So let me ask you something. What the hell is the difference in speed? Who gives a shit? Really? I'm happy at which the speed I use my ATM card and it does a transaction. I don't need it to go any faster. Not at all. So if it's going at the speed of light, what good is that? So what? So what is the benefit? Nobody's ever explained this to me. What is the benefit of having any system move that quick? What for? What is the purpose? They don't know the answer. But let me ask you this. How do you benefit out there having the XRP moving at the speed of quadrillion, the speed of light? How does that benefit you at all?
I just ran a little summary yesterday on that. And I went, oh my gosh, XRP now has a price of $24 million. Think about that.
Yeah, I'm thinking
it will
about
go to $1 billion by 2062.
Oh, what is this guy saying? Well, I'm glad he picked a year that's so far in the future that none of us are going to be around to see whether this guy is right or not.
So you've got on your screen, you've got XRP price $517,000. Is that per coin?
Per coin. And that's a discounted present value, having identified the fact that $1 million is the minimum value for one XRP to operate to provide enough liquidity for the entire global marketplace, effective 2030. So by 2030, it would be $1 million coin. We come back 7 years. We use a 10%. with a 10-year model. So we're 3 years into the model. The model started the day the lawsuit was filed on 12/20/21/2020. And we've been walking our way towards that $1 million price.
Here's the kicker. I thought we were going to use the Hebrew calendar. Oh my God. You know, I'm not going to keep going on and on because I know some of you guys believe this shit full-heartedly. This guy's full of crap. And you guys send me the videos, but when I hear one this extreme, it's just, I have to respond. I mean, this guy is hitting every talking point you possibly can. Now, I tell you what, let me torture myself a little bit more. Let's watch a couple more minutes and hear what he has to say.
But right now, as of the end of January, we were at 517,000. We're already at the next growth increment for the end of February. So every day it increases in value because once they have all the coins back, they need it to be $1 million to operate.
Per coin.
Right then. Coin.
So like right now, the each coin I think is sitting around the 30 pence mark.
Yeah.
So you're saying that if you've got 6,000 XRP coins, that they're going, if it goes to $1 million per coin, they're going to be billionaires.
Well, it's not going to go to $1 million.
Didn't he just say that each XRP has to be $1 million minimum in order to have liquidity? He just said that. Now he's telling Nick, no, the coins are not going to $1 million. Make sure you pay attention.
That's the value, the minimum value it has to be by 2030. Okay. So we're 2023. That's 7 years back. So we figure out what the net present value is today. What would they pay us today to get those back?
No, they won't pay you $500,000. They'll literally just take them from you. Seriously. You don't actually own crypto. Everything is kept on the ledger. There's no crypto in your pocket. There's no crypto on your ledger. The ledger just gives you access to their ledger where the crypto is. So if they own all the crypto, why do they have to buy it back from you?
And as of January, they would have paid us 517,000. Is that making sense?
Well, what if you don't sell them?
You have to.
So what if you've got some on your?
Let me say it this way.
What if you've got them on your ledger and it's offline?
Okay, where are they? When you have your ledger device, where are they? Are they on that little stick?
Yeah.
No, they're not. They're on the XRPL where they have always been, and they can never leave. All you have is 24 phrases. So when you put that into your computer and you go into your Ledger Live account, you can identify yourself as the one holding the passphrases. No one knows. Well, I shouldn't say no one knows. The blockchain has already identified who you are when you acquired them. So they're tagged and they're sitting in a folder that anybody can access that has those 24 passphrases.
Wait, I thought we were on a QFS system. Now you're saying we're still back on a normal system with the passphrases? What happened to the biometrical card that should know everything about us?
But see, this is part of the trap to catch the deep state. Oh, you know what? They're on the key. And they're thinking, oh, I can take them anywhere I want to. I can hand the key to somebody. And they're not on the key.
What? A trap to catch the deep state? I just read an article today that claims that a person called Robinhood has hacked into the Russian law enforcement's crypto wallets because they happen to know the addresses to most all of them, stole their cryptocurrency, turned around and donated it to the Ukraine volunteers, and they happen to know all the addresses to their wallets. Good Lord.
They're on the XRPL. They'll never leave. That's how they got all the Bitcoin people. They put all the Bitcoin transactions onto the blockchain, which is XRPL. And they just waited for them to move. And the moment they moved, within minutes, they could get them. And they've been clawing them back.
So would they take the XRP from the ledger stick?
Yes, and they have. Well, they didn't take it from the stick. Remember, it's on the XRPL. So they were able to obtain the passphrases. And if you're familiar with Protocol 17, which Jed McCaleb wrote, Protocol 17 says that if you have in any way broken the law, committed fraud, or committed any nefarious act with regard to any digital coin, kind of like, Trump's 2018 act, then they can take it back. So if you used a VPN to mask your identity in the United States when they delisted XRP, and you went to Binance, in China or wherever it was, Malta.
Yeah, I'm done. This guy's an idiot. I mean, at least other people have their lies polished and are really good at talking crap. This guy just sputters along. He has no idea what he's talking about. He contradicts himself every other sentence. This guy is an idiot. If you go anywhere to sell you XRP right now, there's no way in hell you're going to get $500,000. It's just not going to happen. And what he's trying to say is if they want to buy it back from us, that's the price they have to pay. They don't even have to pay you anything. They could just take it. Like you said, it's on their ledger. You don't have physical control of it. They could just take it. But look, the whole time this guy was talking, he was just contradicting himself over and over. This thing was from March 9th, 2023.
And you probably have 20 different things you'd like to do. Help out this person, do this. Well, these are called humanitarian projects going forward. And a lot of this money that's been clawed back, Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc., it's gone into pools to provide to people who want to do these projects.
So here's my thing. If everybody's getting all their money back that this guy's talking about, then why do you need to do humanitarian projects? Because nobody needs anything. Everybody has all their money back that they paid in taxes or anything else. Not to mention the monthly payments that they keep claiming are going to be coming out to you. So you don't need to help anybody out because everybody is part of this QFS system. They've gotten all their money back with interest. Plus, there are going to be these money that you get for free every month. So why do you need humanitarian projects? Just saying. Anyways, yeah, these kind of guys I would love to have on my show, but he don't dare because I'd rip him apart. I mean, he contradicted himself a million times. I have no problems. I've said this several times. I have an open invitation to any of these so-called truthers that want to come on my show and try to convince me of their bullshit. All right? Anyways, you guys, there you go. This guy here, I had to say something. It's just terrible. Actually encouraging people to support the actual deep state by buying XRP. Come on, man. Do your research. Anyways, that's it for now. I look forward to you guys' comments, and I'll get back at you later. I'm out.